The Wuthering Waves X Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab is around the corner, and I cannot wait. As somebody who has played multiple playthroughs of Cyberpunk and who has been playing Wuthering Waves since launch, this is extra special for me, and I am so pumped about this. They have gone so far and beyond when it comes to even the smallest details, from the quick hacks to Lucy's ult where the memory gets lower as she hacks. And we're going to be jumping into these little details because I actually went back the last few days and I recorded some footage in Cyberpunk 2077, and we will be doing some comparisons here. But what is up, everybody? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing, and I hope the day is treating you well. We're back with another one. I'm your host, Johnny. Welcome on in. Let's take a look at some of the finer details, starting off with the Sonoro Night City, which looks to be based in the area that we will have available to us somewhere in Westbrook, close to Jig Street and the Sakura Market. It looks absolutely amazing. The detail is insane, from the road textures to the market itself. And then let's jump over real quick to Lucy, because during her ult, there is a sequence where she is doing hacking and the memory gets lower. And as you can see right here, as I'm hacking here, my memory does also get lower. It is a 1-to-1 accuracy, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, sadly, I couldn't find any of my recordings of quick hacks that I did during missions of my playthrough, and I also couldn't find any webcam hacks that I did during my playthrough. I finished Cyberpunk, so I had no missions to go back to, and I couldn't remember for the life of me where the cameras were. But I can guarantee you that this quick hacking feature, or this, quick hacks that is going to be added with Wuthering Waves, is accurate to Cyberpunk. Let's head over to the quick hacks of the security cameras and opening the doors. This is also very 1-to-1 of Cyberpunk 2077. If you hack the security camera, you can use the camera to hack your opponents, scan them, overheat them, or, hack a vending machine to distract them. So this is very accurate, and I absolutely love what they have done here. Lastly, I want to talk about the weapons. The weapons look absolutely amazing for both Lucy and Rebecca. And I've gone into Cyberpunk and I went and looked for some in-game models that are the closest. And these are the two that I found. You can look at them side by side. They look incredible. So now that we've looked at all the good stuff coming, and we've looked at some gameplay for Cyberpunk and Wuthering Waves and how accurate everything is, let's talk about the very serious matter at hand, which is the brand new currency. This has been making headway, and it has been a huge controversy. And to be fair, I honestly agree with what everybody's saying. I understand the Cyberpunk collab is a special event, but introducing special currency just for this collab was a big mistake. You know what the saying says, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And sadly, Kuro didn't go with that formula. Now, respectably, in Punishing a Raven, if I do recall, during the Nier Automata collab and also the Devil May Cry collab, we could take our black cards and convert it to the special currency needed to pull those respective characters. But in this case, when it comes to Wuthering Waves, we are so used to the system where we use Radiant Tides and Forging Tides to pull for characters and weapons. So I do not understand why they went off book here. The only solution at this point, and I believe this can be pulled off, and I hope, for the sake of Kuro's future and the trust in their fan base, that with the brilliant minds of the dev team, they can introduce a system that allows us to convert our Radiant Tides and Forging Tides to the brand new materials to pull for Lucy and Rebecca and the respected weapons. This is the only path forward, and if they do not do this, it is honestly going to lose a lot of trust in the community, and players are also going to leave the game, most likely because of this. Since we're on the topic, I am going to mention this briefly. There are a few people who thought they had the right and who felt entitled to send me horrible DMs and blame me for their own stupidity. Sorry to say, there's nothing else to say. You were stupid, and I'm going to call you stupid. Because just because I make guides doesn't mean it is my responsibility to inform you and hold your hand and tell you, hey, listen, there's going to be a new currency. Don't be stupid and convert all of your astrites to radiant and forging tides. I had no idea about the new currency, and if I had known about it, I would have looked into it and would have made sure that it was 100% accurate before even attempting to make a video. Because now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a video warning people about it. And what happens if Kuro decides to change their mind last minute and they scrap the whole idea? That is a video that I made. Now I am being painted a liar and I'm being called a bunch of other things. And I kind of don't want to do that. So again, it is not my responsibility to tell you about this. You need to think for yourself about this. It's a collab. It is a special event. And who goes ahead and converts radiant tides and forging tides all the time? I don't do it. As soon as there's a character out, that's when I do convert. On the day of the update, not before. My astrites stay astrites. I do not convert. And the radiant tides and forging tides that I do have, I get from the battle pass or I get from events. I never convert. It's a lesson I have learned by playing Genshin Impact, by playing Star Rail, by playing Tower of Fantasy, and by playing Punishing a Raven, which is Kuro Games' other title. And that game uses 3 different currencies. You have a special currency specifically for the character, then for the weapon, and then for the cub, which is basically like your little assistant that helps you during battles. But again, for those who already did convert their astrites to radiant tides, it is not your fault, and I am not blaming you. Let me make that perfectly clear. But those who have blamed me for it, again, how should I have known? I don't go ahead and deep dive into leaks like this. So you have no right to blame me for this. As I said, I love helping people and I love being helpful to people, but there is a limit of things that I can do. And then there's things that you need to do yourself. And this is sadly just one of them, because you can now go ahead and convert all your astrites to radiant tides. And then the corporate company decides to be like, listen, we're going to go ahead and introduce a new currency. That's out of your control. That's out of my control. It is their decision. It's wrong, but we can't do anything about it. We can voice our frustration about it, and we can hope they implement the new system that I mentioned, which is allowing us to convert our radiant tides to the brand new currency. But we will see what happens. Right now, things do not look good for this collab. However, nonetheless, I am still very excited for the collab, for the story, for the characters, and I cannot wait to go snap photos in the Sonoro sphere of Night City. With that, guys, I hope the video was helpful, and I hope the video was a little bit interesting. I do apologize for bringing that last little section up. It was just something I had to mention and get off my chest because, again, it is not my responsibility. But we will be back with a new guide video tomorrow, which is all of Lacrimosa's locations for the brand new NTE event that was released with version 1.1 yesterday. Until then, guys, have a great one and take care. Peace.